Welcome to Playmakers, everyone. I'm Haley Elwood. Big game this week, primetime Thursday night football matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. So joining me is NFL on Fox's Erin Andrews. Erin, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. People don't understand. We're having a winter storm in California today. And in our world, that means, like I said to my husband, it's like Armageddon. I mean, forget the people that live in the Midwest or, obviously everybody that dealt with what they did in the South. But I refuse to do my hair today. I mean, this is as good as it gets. The makeup is minimal. You look fantastic. So, way to go.
It's crew neck sweatshirt day.
Yeah, it is.
This fine December afternoon here.
Absolutely.
So this is a big one. As we said, this is a really exciting game. I'm sure you guys at Fox are super stoked. Just how pumped are you for this matchup? Really big AFC West implications on the line in this one.
Yeah, selfishly, I'm really pumped because it's a home game for me.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have to get on a plane and, this is our last Thursday night game. So I deserve this. No, this is so exciting. And especially, both teams are on a roll. I read a couple of the guys saying we're peaking at the right time, able to pair a couple of wins together. And obviously the Chiefs, I've seen them quite a bit on the road this year. Or actually, I've seen them at their house this year against the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers when they really started to string things together. So yeah, this is exciting. This is, a matchup you all hope that you get. It's a matchup you hope that plays out to be as good as it could be. I think what's so exciting, especially on the Chargers end, is you have this young quarterback that really, I don't think has gotten to see prime time a lot. So this is an exciting moment for him. Everybody's talking about, the pass he had last week, which is so cool. I'm excited to sit down with him at the facility this week. So we're really looking forward to it.
I love the Fox sit downs that you guys do. So that one, I'm sure is going to be, the production value is awesome. They always turn out really great. So I'm sure that one with Herbert will be awesome.
I've never met Justin, which is crazy because if you think about it, last year, the sideline reporters, we were all, put into the first row of the stadiums. We didn't get to, the moat, if you will. We didn't get to go down there and talk to guys. So all these rookies that were in, obviously the league last year, we have not met them face to face. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm excited to, see him. I had a chance to speak with Corey Linsley today, who I know pretty well from all my time working with the Green Bay Packers. And it was exciting to hear what he had to say in terms of him being with a future Hall of Famer and what he sees out of this young guy. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you mentioned obviously that 59-yard touchdown pass that Herbert had in last week's game against the New York Giants. What, though, otherwise has maybe really impressed you about him and what he's done in a very short amount of time in this league so far?
Yeah, I would just say his numbers, all the articles that we're reading for this week, the numbers were so impressive, obviously, last year with, what he was able to do his rookie season and the awards that came with it. But now, his numbers are pretty much the same, right? And they're only getting better. He's already reached where he was last year, I believe, and just how far he's come along so quickly, and especially in a new offense as well. And, under a new head coach and so forth. Corey Linsley mentioned that today. He's just getting better and better and improving each week. So that's really cool. And listen, it's been a hard 2 years, obviously, with the global pandemic. We were talking about it before we got on this. And I know you guys had a few pieces missing last week in that game against the Giants, and just the way, you guys were able to show that you have depth. Other guys were able to step up. That's really kind of been the name of the game the past seasons in the NFL, but he was able to find guys and he was able to, make plays to guys out, we're stepping in for Keenan Allen and so forth. So, I'm like I said, looking forward to meeting him. I can't wait to talk to Brandon Staley. We don't get to see you guys very much, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, this is one of those AFC matchups that being on Fox, you guys usually have the NFC circuit. You mentioned, though, having the Chiefs. Yeah, that game against Green Bay, that was sort of, I think, the second game, the Aaron Rodgers COVID game, if you will, that has catapulted them into this 6-game stretch. But flipping it back to the Bolts, Brandon Staley, you mentioned him. How much did you kind of get to know him a little bit, maybe when he was with the Rams last year, maybe even with the Bears a couple years prior? And what are your impressions of him?
Yeah, we didn't really get to talk to him too much when he was with the Bears. We actually talked to him more when he was with the Rams, and yeah, we talked to him quite a bit because I felt like we had the Rams pretty much like once every 3-4 weeks. So that was really cool. And I just remember the first time we talked to him, and he was talking about bringing Leonard Floyd over. He was just fresh and young and exciting to speak with. And like I said, we're pumped to talk to him tomorrow when we get him on the phone. I was talking to Corey Linsley a little bit about him today because, you know, he comes from Matt LaFleur, who's also very fresh, very young, brings a different insight. And Corey just saying, I've been very lucky to, you know, come from where I did with Green Bay and then to come with Brandon Staley. And he's just got a positive, great, fun, innovative outlook. And I'm married to an NHL player, and I say this all the time to him, for a retired NHL player, that I would like the NHL to get where the NFL is right now in terms of these young coaches. I mean, we were all joking a couple years ago that if you had a cup of coffee with Sean McVay, you were getting looked at as a head coach somewhere. Brandon Staley, I think Matt LaFleur. So I'm reminded of a line Joe Buck had. Somebody said if you have a cup of coffee with Sean McVay, and then Joe Buck said, shoot, even Sean McVay's barista is being looked at as a head coach. So I think that's really cool that the NFL is doing that. I'm appreciating watching it with guys like Kyle Shanahan, LaFleur, Brandon Staley, McVay. And when I tied the NHL to that, I wish the NHL would do that because they recycle so many of these head coaches. And it's really been cool to see the NFL get a jolt or a shot of this youth that I know that us in the broadcasting booth and the viewers and the players and the organizations are enjoying it.
When it comes to Corey Linsley, how beneficial, just from the kind of outside perspective, we see it obviously internally in the success that this team has had this season, but just how beneficial has he been for a young quarterback like Justin with all the experience that he had in Green Bay with someone like Aaron Rodgers? Yeah,
I'm excited to ask Justin about that. And I did say to Corey, has he picked your brain about Aaron and what Aaron does, maybe approaches things off and on the field. And, he had mentioned he doesn't want to try to inundate him with information about, a future Hall of Famer, but Aaron is so well known for what he's able to do, his cadence, catching guys on and off the field, just, he's a master in terms of that. And he did say, some of the things that he sees out of Justin and the passes he's completing and just his talent that he has with his arm. There are some times that he thinks to himself, wow, that reminds me of somebody. He said, you mentioned, the touchdown pass. Was it, my husband asked me this the other day, was it 59 yards or did I read from Staley? It could have been 61.
I think what do we have on there? It went further through the air. However that works, however that magically works.
Sure.
I think on paper it was 59, but regardless, it was long.
It was monster. I think I read that it was in the air for about 3 seconds. So that's bananas. But yeah, Corey just said, in seeing that happen on Sunday, everybody was like, wow, wow, wow. But he's like, I've seen that in practice before. And he's like, call me, a little biased here because I have seen that or, stuff. But it was pretty cool to see like how, this guy who is played with a future Hall of Famer and now put with this kid in his second year, just like how the comparisons are a lot the same or a little bit alike. So I'm excited to see how that works out. It was funny. I was talking to a producer when they told me I was going to do this sit down with him, and they were like, let me tell you right now, any general manager that had a chance to get him is probably kicking themselves. So it's so cool how it worked out for him.
Well, and it's crazy too, when you look at sort of the trajectory of NFL franchises, you think of the Packers, you think of the Niners, and to go from Phillip Rivers to Herbert with the success that he's had statistically now in his second season, it's working out pretty well for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about him. Am I reading he doesn't have a Twitter or an ID? He's not very into that kind of vibe. Just a quiet guy, huh?
He is. He's a great dude. I think you'll enjoy sitting down with him. He's really all football. He's very serious. He was extremely bright at Oregon. He won the academic Heisman. I forget the name of it because I would not have won that.
What does he do with his time off the field? What is he do for fun?
For fun, he likes to golf in the off season,
Okay.
but really he's just into football. And I'm sure he'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So he didn't see any of these memes or anything about that 59-yard pass, like none of it, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he has an Instagram. He's not on Twitter.
Okay.
But we'll see. I'll look forward to his answer from you on that one.
Yeah, I hope. Do you have any tips on how to loosen him up? I heard he's very,
he's dry. He's got a really good sense of humor, though.
I love dry sense of humor.
Yeah,
That's my kind of person. Like an offensive lineman, they have a ton. Like they're totally dry, which I love.
Yeah, Corey Linsley's a great one too.
Who?
Lindsley. He's
he's fabulous. Who does Herbert hang out with on the team?
He used to be roommates with our fullback Gabe Neighbors. But I think the offensive guys, I know after games, after wins, they will do victory briskets. They'll smoke briskets. Ooh. He's into that. So that's
very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'll get down to the brisket situation.
Ask him for his cooking tips.
Yeah.
Apparently he will not share the recipe though with any of us. We have asked him.
Rude. Very rude. Okay. I couldn't do it anyways. I can barely cook cereal and you don't even have to cook it. So there's that.
So smoking meat, probably not in your wheelhouse.
Way out of my league there. Yeah, not happening.
Last question about the game before we move on to your clothing line. Just besides Herbert and maybe just sort of the excitement of really covering this team. I know we were talking offline. You're not even sure if you've ever had the Chargers before in your NFL career, but just what are you most looking forward to overall in this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a huge game on a big stage. It's kind of lined up so perfectly for our network in terms of the Chiefs being hot, the Chargers being hot, yeah. One hot quarterback versus another hot quarterback, two good defenses going head to head. I'm a little partial because I live out here in California and I know a lot of the chatter has been about the Los Angeles Rams and about what they're doing and I'd like the Chargers to get some love too out here in Los Angeles. And you got to win to do that. And I know that very well from having a husband that played here in LA for many years. And you're competing with a lot of other teams. You're competing with one that plays in the same stadium as you do. But yeah, I'm excited for them. I know that this organization, works really hard within this city and they want to be loved just as much as the other teams do. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. It's their night to kind of show off. And I think that'll be great for them.
Yeah. And these Chargers Chiefs games on Thursday night, I know we had the Raiders, I think the last couple of years, but in 2018, there was that pretty magical game in Kansas City. So there's always high drama when these two teams meet.
It was last minute, right?
It was a game winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the tunnel walking up to our cars, but I could tell that Rivers was running up and he just ran right past me. It was really, really cool. I was so happy for him. Yeah, that was very special.
It was. So really quick before we let you go, the last time I know I spoke with you in 2019, your clothing line Wear by Erin Andrews was just in its infancy. Since then, it has grown tremendously. You're in multiple leagues besides the NFL, but just give us an update, maybe what's going on, what's to come with it.
Yeah, well, we're thankful for the support by the Chargers. They put in a really big buy for next year, so we're grateful for that. No, we just have more styles. I think we're at about 30 styles available, and we've just really evolved, which I'm so grateful for. We've got everything for everyone. We have PJs, we have lounge sets, we have hoodies, we have crew necks, we have pants, we have leggings, we have shorts. We just have so much stuff. And the whole thought behind the line was I wanted female fans to be able to cheer for their team anywhere and everywhere, whether it's game day or, it's here on a Tuesday and there's crappy weather and you've got errands to run, but you want to wear something that cheers for the Chargers, but you don't want to be too aggressive. We're just looking for fashionable ways that female fans can root their teams on. And yeah, we've got the NFL. We've had it for 3 years. We have the NBA. We have select teams with the NCAA. And we also have NHL as well. So any of you guys that are Kings or Ducks fans out there, we've got you covered, and we're grateful to be carried at SoFi. And we're also available on fanatics.com, NFLshop.com, NHLshop.com, NBAshop.com, all the .coms,
all the shop.coms.
Yeah, check us out. Great Christmas gifts. Those Chargers colors are hard to screw up because they're so good looking and fun to wear. So I love our Chargers gear. And yeah, we are very grateful, like I said, for the support by your organization.
I wanted to say thank you because you and your team did such a great job outfitting us. I got a package. The season started. One of the items was the bomber jacket, and I literally keep it at the facility. It's like my facility jacket because it's so cold in there. So pro tip, when you come tomorrow, bring a jacket.
I know, it is.
But it'll be great. But I wore it to our press conferences last week. And I'm not kidding you. I had multiple male media members comment on how awesome it looked.
And
good. And it's fun when you like open it and you're like, look at the inside. It's got,
we've got some more stuff for you. I told our people that I was doing this with you and they're like, we got to get her some new stuff. So we have some great stuff. I'll get it your way.
You're awesome. But I just wanted to say one of the things I love about it is it's very purposeful, like all the little attention to details. Like one of our beat writers noticed the zipper pull and everything, and you just do a really great job with it. So it's just awesome to have you in that space. And for female fans out here who don't want the Swarovski crystals or anything like that, it's awesome.
Yeah, there's a place for all that stuff, the pink it and shrink it, but I'm very much a tomboy and, love sports, obviously, and want to find a way to, kind of still be fashionable and cheer on my team. And like I said, I'm so grateful because it is just getting better and better. Your first collection, you kind of look at it, you're like, whoa. And then you're like, oh, it's year 4, year 5. This is awesome. So yeah, thank you for saying that. That means a lot.
Absolutely. Well, Erin, we were so excited to have you covering the game on Thursday. We will see you at SoFi, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.